A very important concept which comes very handy while working with inheritance or object-oriented programming in general is the use of access modifiers. So we really want to have some sort of an access control over the variables and methods which are present in different classes. As we wrote that everything would be public till now, but then I really want to have some flexibility in making certain things available to everybody else to access and certain things not available to everybody to access. I want certain things to be available to the child classes who are extending my class, but I don't want those things to be available for any other class who's not extending my class. So these are the different access control measures which I really want to take just because I want to make sure that my software and my code does not get tampered by any other development effort or any other code of any other person using my class and changing my variables and their values and accessing my methods which are not supposed to be accessed. For that, we really need some sort of modifiers known as access modifiers. We already saw what is public, but then other than public, we have private, we have protected, and if I do not mention public, then something default is happening over there. So what is that default? Again, we are going to see. Now, this is very similar to the access which let's say be available for different users of a particular software. So a software would have certain public things for people who are not logged in. For example, if I just go to Facebook, the home page is public, right? The home page is not only for those people who are logged in or for any other restriction. It is public. Anybody can go to facebook.com and check their homepage. But then somebody has to log in to check out the other features of Facebook. Okay, so I really need to sign up, register myself, and log in to be able to see other features of Facebook, like sending friend requests, accepting requests, posting certain things, being a part of groups, etc. These are the various things which a logged in person would have only. Now, Facebook would obviously have some sort of a dashboard for administrators of the Facebook website or of different Facebook groups. There would be a dashboard for settings and all the other things, right? So that is only available to the admins of Facebook application or the admins of those groups within Facebook. So these are the different levels of access which not everybody can access. Some things are available for public, some things are protected, and some things are like very, very private, okay? So these are the same things and same ideas which we are going to see in the Java programming language as well. Now to show this to you, let me just create a new class for access modifiers. And now over here, let me just type out my main and let's create a class A. And in this, let's just have a simple integer X. And let's create a class B, which would extend A. And this would have a simple integer Y. Okay. And this is the extends keyword. Now, here, there are no access modifiers which I have made available, and this would be considered default. Now, earlier, we saw how we could use public and that would be accessed everywhere else. Let's look at how we could use private. So now this integer X is actually private to class A. Now let me just create an object of class A equal to new A, and the small a dot X is something which I want to access from my other class access modifiers through the main method, and I just want to sys that out. And let me just correct this. So now if I just try to print this, it obviously shows some error. Now what this says is that there is a language error, unresolved compilation problem. The field a.x is not visible. Okay. Now when you say a.x, this is actually capital A.x, and I actually use the object name to access that, because it is anyways an instance variable, right? But I cannot just access that over here because it is private. If it would have been public, then we could simply have gone ahead and ran that, and it would have just given us null because this is not initialized to anything. But then since it is private, we cannot access that from anywhere we want. Okay. Let's say, for example, over here I create a new method. So let's say this is public void get X, and here I just want to print super.x. Okay, now I hope that if I just create instead of this, if I just create an object of class B, BB equal to new B, and from B I want to call the public method get x. Okay, and let's try to run this. Again, this says that a.x is not visible just because over here we try to access something which is private. So a private variable or a private method is not accessible using an object of the class, is not accessible even in the subclass. Okay, so where is this private variable accessible? This is only accessible in methods. So let's say, for example, I create getters and setters for this. Okay, and now these getters and setters are public. So if I want to try to get x now, so if I just write get x, okay, and if I try to run this, now I'm able to, absolutely work well with this because get x is public and I'm calling get x in the child method, and the child class method has access to this particular method because it is public and it is returning x. Now here when we try to return x, this method, since it is in the same class, x is getting returned without any issue. So even though it is private, I am able to actually create a public method which can access this private method. Now this is really very important because here I can just define a particular capsule, define a particular way in which you can actually work with my variable x just by getting its value or setting its value to a particular integer, and that's it. So for example, I do not really want anybody to set my variable as well. I'm okay that, okay, if you want to get the value of my variable, fine, take this public method to get the value, but I don't want to give you any other way to access or change the value of this particular variable because I have made it private and I have not created any public method which can allow you to access or change this variable in the way you want. So this really gives so much of power in Java. So I can have all different sorts of private variables and just be able to give another person, another developer, another code base and access to my variable only through a particular type of interface or a particular type of method which I deem fit. Okay, so that's giving me a lot of privacy, a lot of access control on my variables. And similarly, we could have private methods as well. So I could just write private void print something, and this is going to print something, of course. But then the idea is that this will not be visible for everybody. So if I just write this is private and I try to access it, let's say using this particular object of A class or this particular object of B class, like so if I do b.print something, this is not going to work because here again it says the method print something from type A is not visible because it is private, so I cannot do that. Instead of this, what I can do is I can actually call that using any other public method. So I could actually have called this in this particular method, let's say, and this is not giving me any error just because this is a public method of this same class, and this method of the same class can access all the private variables and private methods of this class. But then any other method of the child class of the other class or main method cannot access the private variables. Now what about protected? Protected is something which can be accessed within this class, of course, but it can also be accessed within this child class. So here we saw that the child class could not access print something, but then the child class can access things which are protected. So let's change this to the protected access modifier. Let's try to access print something from this particular method of the child class. And as you can see over here, I'm able to save this without any error. And here this print something is getting accessed, and this is printing this is private. It's actually not private, this is actually protected now. So when we try to run this, here we have this is protected. We are able to access the protected variables and methods from the parent class in the child class, but we cannot do the same thing outside the child class. let's try to do this. Let's try to actually call print something over here. And now let's print this. This is able to be accessed just because, I can access that from the, child class, but can I access that anywhere else? So let's consider I create another class, C, and this is really not extending anything. This is, a class in and of itself. And well, actually creating a class C over here, let's not do that. Instead, I created two new packages over here, a new package, another package, and we can do that just by right clicking over here, new and Java package. We'll understand more about packages later on, but here I just created two packages. And here in my a new package, I created a class called A. And here I just copied the code which we had just, in A. Now, can you imagine that we already have a class A over here in one of these files in the default package, but I could also create a class A in this particular package as well. And now in the class C, which is actually there in another package, I want to actually import the class A. So I would just import a new package dot A, and that's how the import would work. And then I would create a new object of A like so. And I could do that just because, my A class is public. But then now I want to access the print something over here. So let's try if, this really works. And when we save this, and as you can see, there is already an error coming, the syntax error on token print something, identifier expected after this token. And the reason for that is because, we are just randomly calling this anywhere. We should rather write a main out here. And inside the main, let me just create this and now try to access get something. Sorry, what do we have? Print something. Okay. I should try to run this again. The method print something from type A is not visible just because it is protected. And what about this getX? Are we able to call this one when I run this? Yes. So I am able to call this one. It's just that, it's simply returning an X and not printing anything. So that's the whole idea behind protected. You're not able to actually access beyond the package or beyond your child classes. Okay. And what about default? If I did not have anything like this, if we just have default, then this would again work similarly, that it is accessible only within your package. So even if there is a class who's not a subclass, then the class is able to access your methods and variables, but it has to be in the same package. So let's say, for example, in A, I just created a method void this is default, and this again it's just printing this is having default access specifier. Okay, and if I just try to access this from here, and if I just save this again, this red line is coming. And the reason for that is the method this is default from type A is not visible. Even though we could actually access print something, we are not able to access print this is default, just because it has a default access specifier, and default access specifier would never allow another package to access those things from the other package. So these are the different access modifiers. So to summarize, we have default, which can be accessed by the same package subclass or the same package non-subclass. But if it is in a different package, whether it is a subclass or a not subclass, it is not going to be accessed. For private, whether it is a subclass or a non-subclass, whether it is in the same package or in the different package, it cannot access private variables. The private variables can only be accessed by that particular class and its methods only. Okay, and for protected, the same package subclass can access that, but a non-subclass cannot. And similarly, different package subclass can access that and a non-subclass cannot. And for public, as usual, and anybody can access those variables and methods, which we saw quite a lot, right?